Hello everyone, another video here. This is not a race or maybe a hot lap video. This is more on the technical side, more on the settings of ACC and FANATEC. I'm running the FANATEC CSL DD with V3 pedals and the old Formula wheel. So let's jump in and show you the settings. Let's go first with FANALab and then with control panel, and then we come back to the ACC. Okay, so let's start with our force feedback settings for the CSL DD FANATEC and the V3 pedals. So FANATEC does not allow much to be done with the V3 pedals, but we can change quite a bit in the force feedback settings. So we can first go to the control panel, and what is very important is, let me align my wheel, is that you get very good center alignment, and that you can do by going here, wheel center alignment, and then you click center. So next thing that you can do is change the wheelbase settings. You can change it also through the control panel, but what I like to do is to go to the FANALab tuning menu, then I can create different profiles for different cases. I mainly do ACC. This is our best setting for the CSL DD. So we need 1080 degrees. I have exactly the same also in ACC. I will show you in a second. And then force feedback settings at 100%. We want maximum, so 8 Newton meters. Force feedback scale is going to be on peak. There is the option of linear or peak. We want peak. Then natural damper is going to be at 20%. Then natural friction is going to be off. The inertia, natural inertia, is going to be at 3%. Then FFB interpolation filter at 2. The force effect intensity is going to be at 100, as also the rest. Then 50% for the game damper effect strength, and then off for the brake level indicator. I like to have vibration on my wheel so I can feel a few effects. So I have my vibration motor on. And then we can continue to dynamic force feedback. These are for me off. So yeah, these are my FANALab settings. And now let's go back to the steering wheel. This is fine. 1080. The next, the pedals. So something very important is I did manual calibration. So for example, this is 100% on throttle. And if I remove just a little bit, you see, immediately there's a response. I didn't have this with the automatic calibration. So please calibrate your pedals. So you leave them completely off. You click on the pedal, so like minimum, and then you go maximum as you can, and you click the maximum. So now you're gonna have full linearity of the pedal. I don't like much of a dead zone. You know, some people like a dead zone. I just don't rest my legs on my pedals. I like this more. I think this is better. Okay, so now we're in ACC, and let's check on our options and settings here. So we go options, controls, and now we're here in the force feedback. So I'm already at the wheel. Let's make sure that everything works. Yep, seems like it. And the clutch, perfect. And now what I like to do is I have at 65% the gain. This is for the M4 and the Lambo. And the M4 maybe I would also go something like 63. But then if I switch to the Porsche, I like to go at 70. I like to have a little bit more force feedback in the Porsche because it's a rear mounted engine, so it has a lot lighter wheel, and I increase this with gain and a little bit of caster in the setup, so I have a good feel of what the car is doing and where it's positioned on track. Then dynamic damping, I leave this at 100, and damper minimum force at 0, as well as road effects. For me, you can maybe increase a little bit of road effects, but it kind of makes everything a bit more grumpy and it kind of geary feeling. I think road effects on 0 is okay. I don't like that much the road effects in ACC. And also the frequency, yeah, as high as you can. You want the force feedback to be as sharp and as intense as you can. So steer log, of course, at 1080. You want this to be exactly as your settings, so that everything aligns. Steer linearity at 1. You want to have a very linear steering, so you have a lot of control over it. And the brake gamma as well at 1. Brake gamma is at 1 for me because I have load cells. I have the FANATEC Clubsport V3 pedals. If you have something like a T300 or T150 or a Logitech G29, you would like to change that. There are some values for it. I don't know exactly the numbers for it, but you want to have a bit more braking control with them. With load cells, you just go 1-to-1, so you have very good linear brake. And then gear shift debouncing, I just leave this at 50 millisecond, and I think it's pretty fun. So yeah, have fun with the settings, and yeah, good luck.